Hey guys, Raiden here, and welcome back to AI The Somnium Files. To those of you wondering why I've been, uploading so sporadically, especially when two of these series are at their end, I have other things in life that take priority, and they are some of the most frustrating things I've ever done. And they are kind of literally taking up every single day. Just me putting my nose to the grindstone for some dumb shit, but anyways... As you can tell, it's going great. But anyways, I actually reset my entire computer, so that's why you probably won't see an intro to this video, or the usual outro, because I don't have them. Basically, Windows had a memory leak, and it got so bad to the point where I just turned my computer on, and it would instantly almost freeze. Because all the freaking services running at the same time. Due to it was just, I didn't have a virus or anything, but there was an error in a Windows update. There was some sort of compatibility issue with past updates that just didn't go well. And yeah, I had to reset everything. Luckily, the Somnium Files, I actually uploaded my save data to the cloud, so I didn't lose anything. This is the thing I was the most afraid of. Like, I could redo everything else. Like, I could redo absolutely everything else. I still have my thumbnails and everything like that, but the save data for this game would have destroyed me if I couldn't find it. So, I'm glad I could. Anyways, last episode, what did we do? Oh yeah, that's right. We went to the warehouse and number 89 showed up. 86, I don't remember what his number was. But yeah, we went there, he showed up, and then it's like, hey, you can't do anything in that route. So now you have to go all the way across this thing again, back over to where the boss is, and start doing this. This is the one where we found out the boss actually, actually, you may have to, yeah. Nice. We realized that they had a hand in the So murder. They shot him right in the head.
Why?
Even Aiba seems astonished.
Why? Boss?
So that's the last thing we saw.
What's going on here? Why did Boss kill So?
By the way, if all the audio's different, I'm doing my best, okay? It is hard to get my video set up working again from scratch. Boss's alibi for Shoko's murder.
Shoko was killed around 5 p.m. Friday. What was Boss doing at that time?
Unknown.
For Renju's murder.
What about Saturday, 8 p.m.?
The time Renju was killed? Similarly unknown.
Boss's alibi for Iris and Ota's murder.
Iris and Ota were killed at different times. I was watching the stream on the call with Boss.
Only the first few minutes. The polar bear had not yet appeared on stream. It is possible that she made the call from somewhere off camera.
Where was Boss's phone at the time? Check her cell records.
She did not call from a mobile phone. She used a PC. Using a VPN service, she could have accessed her Abyss PC from the warehouse and made the call.
Huh. Damn. I don't believe it.
Boss is the new Cyclops killer? Shoko, Renju, Iris, Ota, So. Boss killed them all?
The evidence makes that a likely possibility. So also had his left eye removed.
But why, though? There's a few things I don't understand. Like, we figured out the whole thing about Renju and Shoko, well, not Shoko, can't remember her name. Iris' mom figured out something about their past. If you can't tell, I've been under great stress so much to the point where I can't remember this game's plot. But, but we found out that their childhood friend basically was murdered by So. Because they had a thing going on and she got pregnant. And he's like, hey, get rid of the child. And she was like, no. And then So did the murder. Actually, it was So's son, which is Date, did the murder.
Identical to Shoko, Renju, and Iris. Date, I know where the boss is. I have picked up her GPS.
Where?
She is now at the Sagan residence.
Oh no.
Somewhere inside Hitomi's house.
What?
Oh, this isn't gonna go good. This isn't gonna go well. If she's already in their house, we are already too late. I drew my gun from its holster and barged into the house.
Hitomi! Hitomi!
I called for her, but there was no reply. I didn't see Boss either.
Call Boss's phone.
On it.
I hear vibrating. Hear her phone vibrating. Where is it coming from?
It's not coming from outside. The phone is somewhere in this room.
Thanks, Aiba. Oh, it's on the counter. Which I can't click on? Oh, there we go. The sound of the vibration is louder. I'm close.
The boss's phone.
Date, we can literally see it.
Oh, shit.
Why is there a SWAT team in...
Kaname Date, you were under arrest for murder.
What the hell?
Drop your weapon. Comply!
What? Did she set up a trap?
Boss?
I think she set up a trap for us. And made it look like we came in here to... Oh no. This is the best prompt in the whole game. What the fuck are you doing?
I could ask you the same thing. You killed Shoko Nadami, didn't you?
That's ridiculous. What are you talking about?
Don't lie.
Did you kill the 5 victims?
Are you kidding me?
You're the new Cyclops killer.
What? Why do you think that?
I love is how she says that her face doesn't even change. Like...
You put a gun to So's head and pulled the trigger. I saw it with my own eye.
Shut up! Shut up! Stop lying!
Wow, she's starting to become really childish. One thing I want to question though is like, why didn't we download the video or something? Like, I feel like Aiba could have downloaded it as evidence. Where's Hitomi?
I don't know. She was gone when I got here.
Why did you come here?
Why would I tell you?
Fight? That's our only option? I kind of like it. I didn't kill anyone.
I didn't kill anyone. Please believe me.
They are not listening to you.
It's an officer, Date. MPD's Elite Tactical Unit, the SAT.
Please, lower your weapons. You drop your guns, I'll drop mine.
Date, do you really think these officers will listen to you?
No,
What choice do I have?
they don't give a shit. We're fighting.
This is going nowhere.
Are you going to fight?
I have no choice.
I recommend against it. You have 0 chance of winning a firefight.
Well then, what can I do?
Let me think.
Aiba, please do a ridiculous plan again. That's what we need. This is a terrible situation, to be honest. There are... Okay, hold on. What part of throwing the nudie magazine with the milk? Why would this even be here?
Date, what is that on the kitchen table? Could it be your favorite thing?
What?
The magazine.
You want me to look at a magazine now?
Just look.
Can't be. This is the stuff of legends. Only the most diehard fans have ever laid eyes on it.
Why is it here, though? It's almost like the boss put it here so we could escape. Oh god, here we go. fucking tired of
Oh, limited edition.
this. Date, calm down. They just shot a bag of flour. Okay, I know we're gonna say that's a smoke screen, but it is literally a small bag of flour.
Date, load Evolver with firebomb bullets.
Firebomb bullets?
Shoot at the cloud.
Why?
Just do as I say, and fast.
I didn't even know firebomb bullets were a thing. I would kill to get an Evolver model IRL. He holds it in one hand. Like he's like, I realize we're in trouble, but I'm not getting rid of this. That was the shittiest looking explosion I've ever seen. And did we just set her house on fire? Shouldn't we, like...
She is probably just unconscious. Her right shoulder and left leg suffered damage, but she will live.
A dust explosion, huh? Good thinking.
Thank you.
But you could have just had me throw the bag of flour.
That would have been too slow. To improve your reaction time, I had to improvise.
Anyway, let's have a look. Hey, this is just a cooking magazine.
That's what I figured, okay. I was like, there is no way there'd be an erotic magazine on there unless, like, the boss set it up because she knew about Date's weird quirk, you know? But it was actually there. But what kind of situation do you put your milk on top of a magazine? Or not your flour?
Boss is still unconscious. However, her brainwaves are stable. Syncing with her shouldn't be an issue.
That's right, Peter's kind of with us on this one. Unlike the other path where we literally had to put him in a locker.
Date, talking to her would be pointless. You do know that, don't you?
Kinda, yeah. Decide to sync with her. Asking questions would just be wasting time. Besides, even if she was awake, I can't imagine that she'd take too kindly to an interrogation. Hitomi still hasn't been found. I have a bad feeling about this. There's a good chance that the boss knows where she is. How would I get that information? Getting into her head would definitely be the quickest way. That's why I brought her here. The sync machine. Peter, can we turn the thing on? Peter, do the thing. Why are you so cooperative?
Because I know that the boss is my enemy. I got the video from Aiba. I processed it and found that it showed no sign of tampering or editing, which means there can be no mistake. The boss shot and killed So Sejima after pulling out his left eye. That makes the odds of her being the culprit behind the other murders very high. Or maybe she had accomplices. Either way, she's a criminal. That's why I am cooperating with you, Special Agent Date.
It's gonna be hard to get out of this because we did just kind of take down a whole SWAT team along with her.
I want it as bad as you do. The truth.
Where's number 89?
I had him put back behind bars.
In Fuchu prison.
That's right. I couldn't keep him here.
How's boss?
She has broken her right shoulder, as well as the fibula of her left leg. But her brain is perfectly healthy. You can sync with her.
Okay. Let's get this show on the road, Peter.
Pewter, are the preparations done?
Ready anytime.
Let's get started.
I'm really wondering what the boss's Somnium is gonna look like, because out of any character, we know the least about her. Like, we know what she likes, her little favorite hobbies, but
Date.
what's up in her head?
I know.
6 minute time limit.
Be back before time's up.
Well then, let's begin.
This graphic's always been really cool. Alright. Time to see what this is gonna look like. It's the warehouse again, except the main room. Interesting, because this is the same room. Shake those hips, Aiba.
Time to loosen up.
Do you always have to come in like that?
It is of the utmost importance.
At a time like this?
Times like this are perfect. Anyway, it appears to be an abandoned factory of some kind.
What could Boss be hiding here?
Oh boy. Yeah, I was told by someone the map would become
Somnium scan.
really important in
Activate.
some of these next Somniums because there's a lot going on. By the way, people were like, Xeno, you didn't know about the map function? It's like, I knew about it, but I never really needed it, so I never really clicked on it. You know? I clicked on it at the beginning, but once I realized it didn't show me a directional arrow, that was kind of the bad point. Because, like, look at the map. The issue with the map is, oh, I guess if you zoom in, you can kind of tell. But the main issue with it, as far as I can tell, is it doesn't really tell you which direction you're facing in. So, like, in the forest one, it became a lot less useful, unless this line is supposed to designate that. I don't know. It's a really weird... They should just have, like, an arrow somewhere, but whatever. Either way, so we have a door, another door, a ladder, and a cord. The doors are nice to try and get timies off of.
A rusted metal door.
Oh, that sounds like a really bad option. How do I get over there? I guess I gotta... Why is the map mapped to X instead of M? It's my eternal question right now. So we do have to go through... Actually, what is this? What is this? Is that the ladder? What is that down there? That's a door again? How is... It's on a staircase. What?
A door that looks like the anywhere door. It appears to be locked.
So much for that. Guess the only place you can go is the door at the end of the room. Unless that one is 999
A rusted metal
FU
door.
points. Put pick in keyhole. Break lock with pick. Investigate. Timey will... No, I want to use a timey. Let's use the 1/6 timey. Oh, this isn't going to be an easy one, is it? We don't have a lot of timies to work with.
It is no use. The ice pick will not work as a key.
We ice pick? Where the hell did we get an ice pick? What are you talking about? I thought that meant like a pick lock.
A rusted metal door.
Oh, there's an ice pick stuck directly above it. Okay, when it said pick, I thought it was like Aiba, pick lock the door.
Break the lock with that.
Roger. I will try.
Out of file Somnium. No, like no context Somnium scenes.
It worked!
All right, open it.
That's a murder. Oh, we're getting something about Shoko finally. Whoever's stabbing her is stabbing her a lot because she is already dead. Is that a car key?
Several keys have fallen.
One of them must be the right one.
I do not have time to try all of them.
Hopefully there's some kind of sign.
Indeed.
One thing that I have come to really appreciate about what this game does is they are not afraid to do janky animations for fun. And what I mean by that is, if you haven't noticed, some of the animations are ridiculous. They are animated with animation techniques that make them look not exactly realistic, or make them look kind of janky, like someone would animate if they're an animation student just trying to figure things out. And I think that is great, actually. Like, it is not animated to because they can't, it's because it's a choice. I don't know.
It's a key.
How do I know which one to pick up? Probably the one with the ice pick in it, wouldn't it? I have a ×10 timey right now. Oh boy.
The ice pick is next to this key. It appears to be correct.
That's what I said.
The tag is labeled A.
I was right. Give me some credit.
That must mean you can use this key for something labeled A.
Date's like, come on.
Come on.
I connect with Date on such a spiritual level sometimes. We're very different, but at the same time, we're very much the same in the way we just want to see Aiba do dumb shit. Okay.
A door that looks like the Anywhere door.
Open sesame! I'm gonna use my 1 second
Perhaps
timey
we
to
can use
open
the
up
key
this
I
1
just
second
picked up.
door.
Yeah, try that.
It opened.
Oh, I thought that was a wall for a second.
Odd. Isn't this the 3rd floor? What is going on here?
Looks like the floors are connected in a weird way.
Quite the troublesome dream.
Alright, let's see what we have going on here. We have a pipe. Oh yeah, Mizuki's favorite thing. I think this is going to relate a lot to Mizuki somehow. We have a control panel. We have door F, we have door D, we have door B, and door A. This is really the only way we can go right now, so we don't have much of a choice. Oh my god, the
Agent Date, you
bloom
got
is
4 minutes.
too freaking much. Like, it is hard to see.
A door with...
Open! Tackle! Kick open! FBI, open up!
That might have been a little much.
This is the 2nd floor, but it is clearly not the door I just opened.
It's like a maze. I have to remember what door goes where.
They literally go in alphabetical order, you idiots. Here you go again, Aiba.
Door C.
So this is an interesting choice they do give you, because you can either take a ×5 timey, which is not worth it, like 90% of the time. Unless you, like, use it just to open all the doors in the room, because a ×5 timey for a singular door is just, you know. Trying to save this one as much as we can. Let's try tackling this one.
Well, that was easy.
It was. Oh, we're on the 2nd floor again.
Probably on the adjacent side of the room.
We leave the 2nd floor and come right back to it? This is confusing.
Guys, this is literally one of the most linear somniums I've ever done so far. They're like, man, I don't understand. What is going on?
Minutes, Date.
Shut up, Pewter.
A bookshelf. There is an obvious wire tied to it.
Push investigate. Slide in the gap. Why is this one 999? I gotta see.
Roger.
What is she doing?
I suppose it isn't possible.
Wait, hold on. I wasted my 1 second timey for that.
A bookshelf.
Well, if I need it
There's-
later, I'll need it later, but... Why did that cost so much? I'm still kind of confused. Probably have to remove that wire from the top before we can move it anywhere.
It is no use. I am not powerful enough to move it.
So, you're too weak. Got it.
Yes, you're right. I am too weak.
Oh, I'm sorry, Iba.
No, it's all right. It is the truth. I am just a lowly artificial intelligence.
Oh, didn't mean it like that, Iba. Oh, steel drum with a wire attached
An
to it.
oil drum hung with wire.
Push it. I mean, like, push it over the thing, if you catch my drift. That didn't really solve the problem, because the doors won't open.
Guess you should check that door.
Unless they push inwards, in which case, I don't know why they have handles like this.
A rusted metal door.
This is what I should have saved the 1 second timey for. Oh, Lord. Well, I have the 1-9.
Does not appear to be locked.
She really did do it all, didn't she? Holy shit. And there's Renju's watch.
So we can't just grab one. We have to be careful.
Alright, but I have a feeling I'm gonna have to go back and use the 1 second timey because we do not have enough time to do 2 more somniums. Or not 2 more somniums, but 2 more mental locks. Excuse me. That took... yeah.
Less than 1 minute. Hurry!
There's no way. Okay, time to go back to before I did this. Oh, I have to do the entire thing over again, which kind of sucks, but... whatever. We'll save as much time as we possibly can. Alright, so we're back where we were now. I'm gonna go ahead and open this door with the 1 second timey. But immediately it's gonna give us 10 seconds, so that doesn't really matter. Or the 10 times. But we use that to pick up the key. I don't know where it is. So I'm with the watch. 3:45. Oh, wait, hold on. This is the time that Renju was murdered, isn't it? Time to open the or the menu. And go to the files. Well, after a thorough amount of searching, I conclude that I have no idea which one of these there are, so I just picked the one that was the farthest
it's a key
away.
with a the hands indicate. Is this the correct answer?
Saturday night at 8 matches Renju's estimated time of death.
D is written on the tag. Let's go, Date.
Well, I actually got that right.
You
That's
have
door
less than
E.
2 minutes.
Shut up,
Hurry.
Pewter. No one cares.
The D door. I will try the key.
Yeah, try it.
Trying the key to solve the mystery that's in
opened.
Boss's Somnium or something like that. Just go inside, Iba. Oh, that door is super frozen.
This door too.
There's a control panel. There's a pipe, but we probably need to shut off the pipe?
Rows of monitors and buttons.
Investigate, Iba.
This appears to be old.
Okay.
I believe this computer controls the factory's electronics. It appears to require a key to activate. Rows of
Well, we don't have a key, so we're gonna have to...
a broken pipe. Steam is leaking out.
We need to point it towards the door. If we cover it, it's gonna burst out near the other door. So I think that's a good idea. So if we kick it from here, it's just gonna point the other direction.
You want me to cover this hot hole?
Yeah.
You're making me do some dangerous things. Perhaps that will work?
It's only now that I can really see how much Iba's face resembles the boss's. Like, not only her hair, but some of the facial expressions she makes. And I don't think that's, like, a big plot thing, but I did notice it a lot earlier in the LP, and I said, like, Date must be pretty attracted to the boss, because Iba said she formed herself to be his ideal woman, or something he was attracted to. But apparently Date's a liar and likes flat chests.
This won't be easy to cover.
So the only option we have is to kick it,
It's a
I
broken
guess.
Yeah!
Oh, okay. The reason I didn't think kicking it would work was because I didn't think we could get on the other side of the pipe.
It's just as I calculated.
Like, I thought it was like a video game block thing.
You were surprised, admit it.
A rusted metal door. Most of the ice is gone now.
Open.
I think I can open this door.
Time to see a murder. Oh, I don't want to watch this. Can we close the door? I think I get the point. Thank you. It's another key.
This key has control panel written on the tag.
Control panel? The one right there?
I'm so glad people's somniums are so put together that everything goes to everything else.
Rows of monitors and buttons.
Button. Oh god. Insert the key. We're gonna have like 17
There.
seconds left.
Oh,
Monitors.
So?
I see. If we move the scaffold, a new route appears.
Okay, let's move it.
I don't think I even have enough time to get over there. Like... I have to...
Rows of monitors.
I honestly don't know how I could get more time than what I already have. Sleep? Press switch, I guess. Might as well see what this does. I don't think I could have done this any faster than I already did.
Hey, it got stuck.
Unless I just constantly spam timies to
This
save,
button is
like,
indeed the one
seconds
needed to
on the
move the
clock.
scaffold, but
Huh. There might be another step we have to do first.
Date, you're
Yeah,
out
we're
of
definitely gonna have to
time.
restart this. But even so, it's like, I don't know what I can do to save the rest of the time on this. Wait, so what did they just say in the log? Sorry, I was a little preoccupied. This button is indeed the one to move the scaffold, but there might be... Oh, you have to turn the key first. Might as well try it and see what
Rosa-
happens. Rotate key for literally 0 seconds. I don't think that's supposed to happen.
It shrunk.
rows of monitors and buttons.
Now press the switch.
Oh.
I see.
Now rotate the key again and make it bigger.
Rows of
I don't even know why I'm doing all this, because I have to restart in like 2 seconds anyways, but...
It extended.
Oh, what?
Now we can use the route to door B.
It means I just need to open the B door. We don't have enough time to even get to the B door, so hold on. This is our last time we can retry, and I don't think there's even anything we can do to salvage this. Okay, and we're back, and this time I have 137 seconds left to spare. I used my good old-fashioned trick of once I got a negative somnium, I walked back to a door and opened it. It works in, like, half the somniums. It's kind of a silly one, but it's what you have to do to get this somnium done, actually. It's part of the quote-unquote puzzle element, but... doesn't really feel like much of a puzzle. Anyways... I'm trying to figure out where we're trying to get to exactly. So we added a thing over here. I believe it was. It's one of the ones over there. I don't remember which door it connects to, though. Because either... Have we been up here before? I don't remember going up here. But I also don't remember going up here. Because both these are dead ends. But I have a feeling we have to get over here. Which is either door B or door F. And I know we can get to door B rather easily, so... As long as I don't get lost. Which is very easy to do in this situation, to be honest. So we're gonna go through D. And on the floor with D, we can get to either... B and C are on that side. So if I go through C... Wait, what the hell? So I have to get on that side, which means I have to... get to... What? I guess I have to get to door B a different way, which means I have to go either down or up. There are 2 E doors. What the hell's the point in that? Do they just lead right next to each other? Oh, I just realized I could get to that side. I'm a dummy.
You have less than 2 minutes.
I
Hurry.
am walking on the railroad. Please shut up, pewter. Okay, yeah, I think this is the way we have to go. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know what we're doing. Yes, here's door B. Open sesame, door B. Now I think about it, I didn't find the Iba secret. That makes me sad. But that's okay. Just getting to the Somnium is enough of an accomplishment for me. You know? What is over here, though? Is the question. Door F. which we can open and take a negative timey for. Which is usually fine, because we can just open another door and turn it into a 10-second timey. But why not just kick it open? Whoop. Sorry, I didn't mean to skip that. First floor is the first time we've been here.
That big door. If we can see what's in there, we'll figure something out.
Yeah, what is in there? Hoping the eyeball would be somewhere around here. Why is there a ladder here? I'm scared if I open that door, it'll just end the somnium, so I'm going to check out this ladder first. I have 2 1-second timies, which is exactly what you need in order to climb this ladder. So let's climb up.
Yeah.
What?
I passed through it. It must not be for climbing.
I bet this is where the secret is, though, isn't it? Oh, I can put it down to 30 seconds, which is actually fine. That's just enough. Tackle? Lift? Guess lift it up? Yeah, I should have just tackled it.
It is too heavy to lift.
Well, and out of curiosity of seeing what's behind this
1
ladder.
minute. Hurry!
Shut up, pewter. Tackle
Ready?
it. Oh, that wasn't the secret. We had to do that.
Whoa!
It blew up the boards.
This somnium is awfully dangerous.
Hey, that door. Maybe we can open that one now. Check it out.
Okay. Well, I didn't find the eyeball, sadly, but, you know, that's how it goes. Why can I still interact with
A
this?
power cord.
Get shocked?
A rusted metal door.
I kind of want to see what that looks like, but at the same time, I'm not redoing
A
the
rusted
somnium.
metal.
It takes forever. Open sesame!
I'm going to open it.
And behind the final door shows the murder of So, which we already saw. Did that even reveal anything? Oh, it's going to show that she's doing all of them. That's her.
Aiba, return to the control room on the 3rd floor.
At once.
Aiba, we don't have enough timies to do that. Stop. And now all the figures are going to become her. Wait, what? So, Renju killed Shoko. And then Iris killed Renju? And then So killed what the fuck is this? Okay, I mean, I know about the polar bear one. And then, oh my god. It's just a never-ending chain of murders.
What the hell is going on?
Date, what are you doing? 6 minutes are up.
Wait! Hitomi is...
Date, you can't go any longer! Force shutdown!
No!
There's nothing to even see here. We literally won't gain anything by staying here. Which means that she's already dead. But why would someone kill her? Is it because of the whole hiding the murder situation? I don't understand that. I'm trying to think of why all these people would hurt each other. Like, I know Iso killed Iris. That's evident. Because it's, you know, he needs to hide his stuff. But Renju killing Shoko. Why? Actually, why? And then Iris killing Renju? Iris didn't even know Shoko, so it couldn't be for revenge. I can't even think of a motive for her.
I took a look around your head, and I discovered something. Something about the new Cyclops serial killings. Apart from Ota, there are 4 victims.
But why is everyone taking out each other's eyeballs is the question.
Shoko Nadami, Renju Okiura, Iris Sagan, and So Tsujima. Who was responsible for these murders?
Every time someone murdered someone else, someone died.
Shoko was stabbed by Renju with an ice pick. Renju was strangled to death by Iris. So cut open Iris's body, but who shot So? It was you. In other words, all of these murders were committed by different people.
Whoa, that is actually a twist I didn't expect to see. So I expected some explanation as to why, you know, things seem to be happening differently. I was still unsure if they were going to pull a Zero Escape style, oh, these are different timelines or some shit like that, you know? But nothing led up to that. Everything was, well, semi-realistic for the most part. So if I did not have those preconceptions about how these games were written, I probably would have thought very differently. I probably would have thought, like, hey, all of these murders are being done by different people. But it's mainly because I played the Zero Escape games that I do think differently. I think more wildly than that.
There wasn't just one killer. That's how it looks on the surface, anyway. But that's not the truth, is it? There's only one culprit. One person. And that person is...
Who is the new Cyclops killer? Renju? Iris? So... It's you.
Yes, you.
Is it possible she started this to just create a chain of murders?
The person in front of me right now.
You're blaming the commander of Abyss for this?
No, not Boss. The person inside Boss's head.
Can you at least try to make sense?
Alright, I'll explain. You know about the abandoned chemical plant in Kawasaki? There's a prototype sync machine there. You use that device to swap around bodies one by one.
Now that I think about it, that makes sense. I feel so stupid for not realizing that. I didn't think about that at all. I never considered that possibility. I'm sitting here in silence right now because it always makes me sad when I can't figure it out, you know? I feel like it makes me feel super dumb when I can't figure some of these things out, but I'm glad to know what's going on now. Oh, well, I guess I can't guess them all.
In other words, the entire egg ends up being replaced. Mind, consciousness, memory, they are traded. Switched.
I don't know where it started, but at some point, you got into Shoko's brain.
So Boss may not even be the person they were. Or they could just be the same person.
You got into Renju's.
And that's why the murder spree ended with So.
and got rid of Shoko's body. After Renju was Iris. You strangled Renju using Iris. After that, into So, who you used to kill Iris and Ota at the cold storage warehouse. Now, you're in Boss's body, inside her head.
Hold on a second. Could it be that it's not even Boss, but Hitomi? No, wait. She killed Hitomi. That doesn't make any sense. Unless she killed Hitomi to cover everything up.
I see. If you know that much, then I have nothing left to hide. Yes, I am the culprit behind the new Cyclops serial killings.
But who are you?
I guess you can call me the new Cyclops killer.
Who the hell are you?
Saito Sejima.
Oh, so that's Date. Date's in there. Or I should say Date's real consciousness.
Congressman Sejima's son.
Which means that do we have the boss's original personality? Did we swap minds with them?
What?
I researched Saito thoroughly, but I cannot find any images of him on the internet. He is listed on the family register, but I cannot find any photographs.
God, look at how creepy he is. Give me the details of each crime.
Before I do, there's something I want to hear from you. How did you know about the prototype sync machine? And not only that, you also seem to know what the sync machine is truly capable of.
Because, as Peter said, there's remnants left when a brain switch happens.
Why is that?
That's...
Regaining your memories, are you? Human memory is fractal. If you retain even a single piece of it, it's possible to recreate the whole thing. Pieces of memories are like roots that grow into every corner of the brain, gradually, slowly, taking its time. I imagine the same thing is happening in your brain right now.
A fractal is a figure with self-similarity. Allow me to explain. See this? Whichever fragment you cut, you will see a similar shape. The whole is made up of its similar parts. This is called a fractal figure. Memories in the brain are similar. That is what he is explaining. He is claiming that from a few pieces, you can rebuild the memory.
I knew about the prototype from regaining my memory. Is that right? No, that's not it.
Parallel worlds exist.
Oh, you gotta be shitting me. We're pulling that into... Or is that just Date trying to think of a way that he's not... Who was inside Iris during the interrogation Sunday?
That was me.
You imitate her well. From the way you talked and your body language, it was like the real Iris. Earlier, too. You almost had me fooled.
But wait a second. Iris wasn't missing her eyes then. I guess that's the only way she could do it was because she has access to the real sync machine, therefore she doesn't have to remove their eyes.
Your imitation of Boss was... perfect.
Yes, there's a reason for that. Let me define some terms first. A person's memory and sense of self. Let's call that personality. It isn't quite the right word, but it'll suffice. Now, transferring that personality into someone else's brain, let's call that parasitism. The one transferring is the parasite, the one being transferred into is the host. Are you with me so far? Moving on. Even after the personality exchange is complete, the host's memory isn't completely lost. About 1% remains in the brain. So, a parasite could use that 1% to imitate the language and behavior of the host. That's how I knew about the warehouse and Sunfish Pocket, by the way. thanks to Renju and Iris's remaining memories.
Damn. Who was inside Iris during the Wait, didn't we just say that?
I'm telling you, it was me.
Oh my god, look at their face. Jesus. You can just... Oh my god, that actually kind of spooked me.
Why are you making me repeat myself?
That means the Somnium I entered on Sunday.
That's right. It was me.
To be fair, though, I've had to take such long breaks between episodes of this game. Unlike other series where I've been able to play everything like back to back, I have not been able to do that. I've been so busy. I guess that now makes sense. I guess that makes sense now why it showed So on an operating table with boobs. Or something like that. Sorry, I didn't read that. How? How does someone know about the original Cyclops killer? And something else is troubling me. Or how does he know?
What's going on here?
I'm surprised Date hasn't figured this out yet. I guess she just didn't say her voice line.
Time.
You'll see. So, where do you want me to start?
It's just past midnight on Tuesday. Shoko was killed on Friday. We think of that as day 1, today is day 5. What was Saito doing those days? I decided to ask him. Day 1, Friday.
Like you guessed, my personality was in Shoko, Renju's ex-wife. That made calling Renju easy. I need to talk to you about something. He came over without question. I think it was around 4 p.m. I had him meet me at the chemical plant. I made Renju go to sleep. Synced. Switched personalities. And then stabbed Shoko's discarded body with an ice pick. I took Shoko to Bloom Park by car, using the old abandoned subway line.
So that's the path we saw to the subway line.
Must have been around 8 p.m. by the time I was finished. I tied up Shoko to one of the merry-go-round horses. After that, I used Renju's phone to send a Nile message to Mizuki.
Mizuki Daddy got caught up in something serious.
Then, I just waited for Mizuki to arrive.
Day 2, Saturday.
Until next Saturday evening, my personality was inside Renju. My next target was Iris. I knew she would be suspicious if I asked her to come to Kawasaki, so I asked her to come to Sunfish Pocket first. I called her a little before 5 p.m., and she arrived just after 6. I greeted her, then convinced her to come with me. That's when Ota saw us. Anyway, I put her in the car, then headed to the chemical plant. On the way, I made her take a sleeping pill. I knew she might run once she saw where we were going. It was around 7 p.m. when I got there, and I wasted no time switching bodies. After getting Iris's body, I used a rolled-up apron to strangle Renju to death.
But hold on. That part doesn't make sense, though. I guess only one person has to have their eye taken out, but I thought it was the other way around. I thought the person that was going into the other person's somnium was the one that got their thing switched, you know? That's how I thought that worked. Because we went into Iris' somnium after we took her eye out, but what she's doing is she's putting people in the somnium and switching into their bodies, vice versa. So, I don't know if the somnium machines are like a two-way machine where you can control equally from both sides or what. Because that doesn't quite add up.
Then I put his body in an empty oil drum I'd prepared earlier. I put that in the trunk of the car, then headed to Sunfish Pocket. But then, something I didn't anticipate happened. Waiting for the signal in Akiba, someone knocked on the window of the car. It was Ota. He asked me something about being able to drive. He was surprised, to say the least. I didn't have time to waste on him, but I couldn't risk him finding the oil drum in the trunk. Plus, if word got around that Renji's car was spotted driving around Akiba, that would foil my plans. So, I came up with a lie. I told him that I didn't have a license, so he had to keep it a secret. That's what that thing referred to in Ota's Nile messages, by the way.
Oh, I get it.
And just like that, I managed to escape a bad situation.
This person's a
and headed to
freaking
Sunfish
genius,
Pocket
and it's
as
terrifying.
planned. The rest went exactly as you already figured out.
Sunday.
Sunday morning, I had a recording or some such thing scheduled. Oh, I am, of course, referring to Iris. I didn't want to draw suspicion, so I decided to attend, as planned. I went to Lemniscate and performed my job, and when I left, I ran into you, Date. To be honest, I was a little surprised. Just the previous night, I was a parasite in the body of Renju. I didn't think Ota had seen me. So, of course, I didn't expect to see you there so soon. You were on to me, but there was nothing I could do about that. If I ran, it would only increase your suspicion. So I decided to play my role. The interrogation began around 8:20 p.m., is that right? Then you synced into my mind. But you didn't get what you were looking for, did you? As a result, you had no choice but to release me. I didn't want to go home right away. I knew there might be police waiting for me. That would make it difficult to sneak out at night. And that would put my plan in jeopardy. So I asked you to take me to Marble. I tried to find an opportunity to run, but then another unexpected event occurred. I got a Nile message from Ota. I knew I could use him, so I told him I needed his help and to meet me at Marble. He did as I instructed him to do. After that, I got into the van with Ota, but because his presence was unnecessary, I asked him to stop. When he was gone, I took his car and drove to my parents' house where I used to live.
I see.
Yes, the Sejima residence. Of course, I knew I couldn't just walk up and ring the doorbell. Hello, Father, it's been a long time. I was also in Iris's body at the time. But I thought I could use that to my advantage. So I pushed on the intercom and sure enough, my dad invited me inside. I told him this: I want you to come with me. There's something I need to show you. He was quiet for a while, but eventually agreed and got into the van with me. We arrived at the prototype sync machine around 11:50 p.m. By the time I was in the body of Sosajima, it was a new day.
And lastly, on Monday.
There isn't much to talk about on Monday. Before noon, I used my old man's body to call this one Boss. You might not know this, but she and my father go back about 6 years. The two shared a terrible secret. Hinting at that was enough to get the boss to come running to me immediately. I injected her with a sedative, then brought her body to the chemical plant. I synced with her, exchanged our bodies, and after blowing my father's brains out, I cut his body into pieces. I stuffed the meat into a vase I'd brought earlier, then drove back to my house.
God, he's so creepy. Just refers to it as meat. Like, ugh. Continue.
This was yesterday, early Monday morning, past midnight. In my new body, I drugged Iris, put her in the van, and drove to a new location, Okiura Fishery Cold Storage Warehouse. I arrived around 1, then prepared for the show for a couple hours. Of course, when I say show, I mean because of the temperature in the warehouse, it took longer than I expected to prepare, but... well, you saw it.
Oh, yeah.
Of course. I didn't anticipate Ota would show up. What does that make it? 3 times that brat has showed up unexpectedly? That annoyed me to no end, and I took that out on him.
The interesting thing here is that a lot of these characters have individual motives that make them totally viable for murder. But, you know, this...
Dressing him up in the polar bear was an impromptu plan on my part. I didn't mean to make you think he was the killer. I just wanted to throw a wrench into the investigation. Didn't matter if you found out or not. This all happened Monday morning. I left the warehouse around 3:30 a.m.
Saito spoke with grace and no sign of remorse. I was trying to keep my anger from boiling over and kept asking him questions. Why didn't the sink victims resist after waking?
The prototype sink machine has a special feature. It administers a strong dose of sedatives to the original body, and a stimulant to the host after a sink. That kept them docile.
Why did you take out your victim's eyes?
You
that's
know
how the sink
all
machine
about
works.
the prototype sink machine, don't you?
Yep.
That should explain it.
I knew. The prototype sink machine differed from the one at Abyss in a few key ways. The machine at Abyss is more sophisticated. Nano cables from the sink gear enter through the gap between the eyeball and the socket. Then they travel down the optic nerve canal to the brain. But the prototype sink machine isn't so advanced. To perform a sink, you need to remove the left eye, manually. The subject and the sinker have to remove their eye from the socket. Otherwise, the cables cannot enter the brain, which is why I'm asking why their story doesn't make sense. Of course, even with the eye removed, severing the connection to the brain isn't necessary. The extracted eyeball still has the optic nerve and blood vessels connected. After a sink, the eye is supposed to be replaced back in the socket. It is supposed to be safe. Side effects are rare. Unless the nerve or blood vessels are damaged somehow, replacing the eyeball isn't too difficult. Why did you take out your victim's eyes? Wait, we already talked about this just now.
Of course, I don't really care about eyes. I don't need them. All I cared about was exchanging bodies with the sink. And for that, I needed to remove the left eye.
Why didn't you just put the eyes back when you were done?
That's obvious. Once I was finished transferring into a new body, the old one was of no concern to me. Why would I bother replacing the eye? I was just going to get rid of it anyway.
Where are the eyeballs that you removed at?
Shoko's is in Renju.
They ate them? Or maybe just put them inside their dead body, actually.
Renju's is in Iris. Iris's is in Dad. Dad's is in Boss.
Oh.
Their stomachs, I mean.
You sick bastard.
Yes, I ate them. Immediately after exchanging personality.
How horrible.
What's your motive?
Homicide is my hobby.
Yeah, that's a hobby.
I have a tenacity for it, what can I say? Of course, it was also necessary to make sure people kept their mouths shut. If I took over someone's body, they would know about my crimes. I couldn't risk them reporting me, so I killed them.
Okay.
It was also a matter of revenge. Against you.
But who is me?
It's personal. That's why I chose people close to you as targets.
Are we number? No, that wouldn't make any sense. Number 89, I think, is still number 89.
Well, except for my father, of course. That was personal to me. But don't ask. It's embarrassing.
Revenge against me?
This series of murders was like a journey for me. You know, traveling through bodies to finally reach the end. That's the thing about traveling. We always wind up in the same place, don't you? Where do you think that is? Your home. A trip is only complete once you return home. The same goes for when I return home. My travels will come to an end.
Are you intending to get back inside Date's body?
So I'll be needing it back. My body.
What?
You stole my body. You took it from me 6 years ago. That's why I want revenge.
What are you talking about?
You have no idea what it was like inside my own head. I miss it. I miss my brain, Date. No matter how many people I killed, it never worked.
Oh, I see. So when they switch brains, that condition they had doesn't work anymore. So their serial killer mentality was never fed. And they never received any dopamine from murders because their brain wasn't wired the same way, but their personality exchanged.
I never felt happy. I feel miserable.
You mean?
He was born with a brain dysfunction. Due to damage to the posterior pituitary gland, he was unable to properly secrete oxytocin.
Oh, that's right. My old body. How are you finding it, Date?
This body is yours.
That's what I've been telling you!
Chill out.
But I don't have the same oxytocin deficiency you did.
The medicine that Iba's giving us.
That is because I regularly supplement it. They must have increased your dosage too much.
No, but the person who had this disorder was number 89. The original Cyclops killer.
That is what I believed as well, but we must have misunderstood. Pewter did not specify who exactly was imprisoned. Only that one of the original culprits responsible was currently in prison.
That's strange. That would mean number 89 is the previous chairman, Rohan.
Oh.
That must be it. Rohan is a parasite inside number 89's brain.
Okay.
Pewter must have known that.
No way.
I was confused. Didn't understand any of it.
Let us determine the specifics using Saito as our starting point. Whose brain was he in before Boss?
So Sejima.
And before So?
Iris. And before that, Renju. And before that, Shoko.
And before that?
And before Shoko?
Whose body were you in before Could it have been Mizuki? No,
I
because
was
they
a
had to call
parasite
Mizuki.
inside Rohan's brain. I'd lost most of my memories. I was a shell of a man. They housed me in a special hospital, but I still had those fragments of my mind left, just as I explained earlier. From a single piece, you can recreate the whole. I took my time, slowly regaining my memories. 1 year ago, I remembered everything.
I see.
I left the hospital and immediately sought out Shoko Nadami.
Wait, how did you just leave the hospital? Were you just like, I've reformed? Let me out?
I got her body, and she was in Rohan's. When she saw herself in the mirror, she lost her mind. She was confused, panicking, running up the emergency staircase, and then...
That's why Rohan committed suicide.
After that, I spent a year perfecting my plan, using Shoko's body.
I see.
I spied on you all this time.
Does that mean we're Rohan?
That's why I know everything about you.
Who are you before Rohan?
In that body you are operating right now, in that skull,
So we're Rohan.
my personality lived there.
Wait, hold on. If what you're saying is true, what about my personality?
It was in Rohan.
I'm not Rohan!
Correct. It is just as he explained earlier. Number 89 was in Rohan's body. In other words,
That's
We're number 89.
my real...
Which means that we were the trained killer. That we fell in love. That's why we remember Iris and all that. That's why he has that singular memory of Iris. It's because he was 18. I was thinking that earlier, but I was like, that doesn't make any sense at all. And that can't make sense up until you figure out all this shit. He remembers that. Remembers falling in love, taking care of Iris, and all that. And that makes sense why in the other Somnium, Date goes so far out of his way to believe Iris. There's a reason behind it. It's not just Date going like freaking crazy. Keep talking.
Sorry, but time's up. I want my body back. It's quite simple. Sync with me and stay inside my mind for more than 6 minutes.
And if I refuse?
I know that you won't. I know it.
Huh?
Date, look! This is streaming live!
Please don't be Mizuki. Please don't. Oh! And how will switching bodies help me disarm sticks
Damn you.
of dynamite?
If you give me back my body, I will give you the location. Oh, and of course, it isn't the chemical plant in the Kawasaki district.
Aiba, where's the source?
it is being routed through numerous IPs. I cannot identify the source.
Pewter, contact headquarters, now!
Got it!
Now, what will you do? Will you agree to my request?
Obey Saito. Oh god. Alright, well I'm actually gonna save this for next episode. Because we're running kind of over here. So... Oh, that was so much to take in. Like... The strain of murders now makes sense. Some characters' actions make more sense. My theory about number 89 was proven, but before I had absolutely no way to prove that. Like I saw the connections. I was like, so Date must be number 89, but at the time there was nothing there to push that theory forward, you know? So, oh man, this is crazy. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And I hope it didn't sound too bad when I was kind of like, oh, I can't believe I didn't get any of this ahead of time, because that just means it's good. And literally, if you see people in the comment section, I've learned this over the years of playing visual novels. Literally anyone in the comment section can say, I figured out this entire thing before I even got here. And some people have, because they're smart, but a lot of people can just literally say that. But yeah. Anyways, I hope you guys have a good day, and I'm hoping to complete this recording soon after I check that this worked. Alright. See you next time. Thanks for watching. Leave a like, all that good stuff. Raiden out. Raiden out. I don't know why I just said that twice.